Shalom YouTube family, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome to the family.
In today's video, we'll be giving you guys some more things that shocked us about South Africa.
Let's get into it.
So if you haven't seen the part 1 of things that shocked us in South Africa, go check that out or check it out after this, whatever you choose, but make sure you check that out. The first thing we're gonna talk about is the malls. So there are so many malls. We typically go to malls because there's a grocery store in there. You know, when we first get to a place so we can check it out, we can do a lot of things at once. And there are just so many of them, and all of them are nice. We've been to a lot of malls so far, and they all have really nice finishes. Like, I don't know, they make malls pretty fancy. Most of them look better than the ones we've been to in America, for sure.
Absolutely, and just the amount of activities they have in those malls, whether it be laser tag, golf, or just playing anything that might be entertaining, they have at these malls, which was surprising. Also, the malls in each one of the cities that we've been to have its own unique designs and finishes also to them. So the options are limitless when it comes to these malls, guys.
You'll definitely get a good workout as well, because some of them are definitely mazes. We have gotten lost in a few malls so far, so you're gonna get your steps in for sure. Next up, we're gonna talk about the grocery stores. So in most of the countries we've been to, we found about one grocery store that we thought was good, but here there are multiple ones that are really good. So when we first got here, we were shopping at Spar, and we really liked that one. We walked to that one because it was up the street from our apartment. Right. So that was really nice. Checkers had really good stuff as well.
The hyper Checkers at the mall.
Oh yeah, the regular Checkers was nice, good, guys. But the hyper one was fancy.
But with I would say set the food game off when it comes to groceries in South Africa for us was Woolworths.
Woolworths has the good stuff. Now, we've seen Woolworths in other countries, but usually clothing stores. Yeah. They had the grocery store here, and that sucker is like Whole Foods, but actually good.
Yeah, Whole Foods is an American brand.
It's fake good, but Woolworths is good for real.
Yeah, they have everything from natural fruits and vegetables to their brand items that they have that are all quality brands. Their brand of stuff is good. All quality.
Decent price and great quality.
Can't go wrong with Woolworths, guys.
Right.
The next topic we want to discuss is the amount of American brands here in South Africa, which is really surprising. When we first got here, we immediately noticed like the fast food stuff like Starbucks, McDonald's, and just different chains that we see in America that we usually don't see in other African countries. They were all here pretty much. And then you go to the malls and then you see clothing brands like Nike, Adidas, and just so many different American clothing brands. Also, they have many American car brands that we've seen here like Ford and different pickup trucks that you usually don't see on the continent in other African countries, but they have them here, which was a great surprise to us.
We also found out after getting here the first time that Amazon is actually coming to South Africa, which we can't wait for that because we used Amazon a lot in the States. You can get anything you want off of Amazon. It comes pretty fast, so we'll see how that works out here. The next thing we're gonna talk about is Uber. Now, we weren't surprised that Uber was here because Uber has been in most of the countries that we've been to. But they have an option that they haven't had in most of the countries, which is Uber Black. So we haven't seen a lot of luxury vehicles in other countries unless it's somebody's personal vehicle, somebody with a lot of money. Yeah. But out here, they're definitely more common, and you can definitely get a ride share that is like a fancy Mercedes or something like that.
Now, it was going to be a lot more expensive, but the fact that they even have that option here was pretty incredible.
The next thing we're going to talk about is the accent. So we noticed the people that are Afrikaans, they sound very Australian. And maybe it's just to our ears, but they totally sound Australian. Like, I don't know what it is.
Yeah, it confused the hell out of me because I was like, at first I thought it was Australians. Like, man, there's a bunch of Australians here. And only to come to realize that was their accents, which is hilarious to me. Let y'all drop a comment and let us know if y'all ever heard anything like this before, that the Afrikaans accents sound Australian. Our next topic is going to be how it snows here. Now, this was a great surprise to us. When we initially were in South Africa a few months ago, it was cold and colder than we were used to. But then after we left, it started snowing, guys, and the temperature got to be like -5 degrees Celsius. So those are type of temperatures that we would have never expected to hit anywhere on the continent of Africa. So that was quite a surprise to see that it snows.
The next thing we noticed is that there are so many apartment complexes. There's obviously apartments in other countries, but they're more like American style apartment complexes here.
Yeah.
So they're more noticeable when you're just driving down the street. It's like there's one right there, one right there, one right there. Like where we are, there's like
a bunch of them. And
everywhere. There are a bunch of different apartment complexes right next to each other.
And they have a lot of different nice ones, especially when you get into like the Sandton area, Four Ways, or if you're going to Cape Town, just nice areas there, you get a lot of luxury apartments for sure.
Right, and we also noticed the way security is. So even in America, there's usually gates around an apartment complex, and you have to have a code or something or call somebody to let you in. But we thought it was very interesting how here you need a code to get out. The next thing that surprised us was the shanty towns in Cape Town. So obviously, all the things that we saw about Cape Town were very, very beautiful, and it is very beautiful. But obviously, when you're leaving from the airport, there's like, I don't know how long it is. It seemed long to me, like at least a mile, a couple miles, I don't know. But there was like shanty towns going for a period of time. And I wasn't even necessarily aware at first that it was houses. I wasn't sure what it was. Then I started noticing there were like satellite dishes on it.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, so people are living there.
The next topic we want to discuss is AC. Now, seeing that it does get hot out here in South Africa, you would think more places would have AC, and being that it is modern the way it is, we expected it to be more like America when it came to air conditioning. But most places that we book, I guess this would be just on Airbnb, but don't have AC as an option from when you're booking a place, which was weird because it is hot. Like I said, it's more modern. So
right, if you go on Airbnb and you click that you want air conditioning, the amount of listings are going to drop down significantly. So,
but it's fine. It's been cool since we've been here, so there hasn't really been an issue with AC. Now I want to see how the summer is and if we actually need a place with AC or not.
Right, it's getting warmer now, but so far there's still a breeze, so we'll see. The last thing we're going to discuss is how good the food is. Now, you guys already know, if y'all been watching us for a period of time, we like to eat. We like to eat a lot. So there have been countries that we went to where it was really hit or miss with the food, but there have been so many more options of good things here, whether it be international food, local food. You know, they have fast food restaurants that we've never heard of that were really good. So there's just so many more options for good things to eat here.
Yeah, I think our taste buds probably like the South African food just a little bit better for the simple fact that I feel like they season more like Americans do. Even when it comes to the international food, it's not bland or anything like that. It's a bunch of seasoning. So shout out to y'all for y'all did that when it comes to food in South Africa.
Seasoning, sauces, they're going all in, and we appreciate that.
So family, we just want to thank you so much for watching this video all the way through, and do not forget to go watch our previous video on the things that shocked us in South Africa. And with that being said, family, just want to say we love you, and as always, shalom.
Shalom.